Hello, so I just played this game against Sarah and it was a pretty interesting one. We picked the supply specialist because I don't play steel balls that often at the start and I wanna learn them more. And I didn't see what options Sarah had in mind, but this doesn't look good. And what I'm seeing here and how Sarah likes to play, I'm thinking of going into carry arclights this game. That's my plan, like right now with the information I have. And I also know that Sarah doesn't play aggressive, he's a very passive player. And the steel balls are a very good start to the orange man, because the leveled steel ball are quite a menace early on, and if they kill this guy they are always level. Like this. Now we get the level here. It's been a while since I casted a replay. So this is the deployment specialist for sure. And I don't know what Sarah picks usually, but I think he might go like Rhino Assault. I know he will pick the deployment specialist here, but in the game I was thinking he might go Rhino Assault. So that's why I'm deploying the crawler here. And we are starting to set up the carry arclights here. I don't play carry arclights that often, but I think when you play aggressive like this, you really need to flank with them. And this also gives the option to go armor and stuff like that. And he's just doing what he always does, which is mass mustangs. And I've played a lot against Sarah, but I haven't played with like steel ball or arclight versus him, so I have no clue what to expect. And the reason why I don't wanna go like steel ball Mustang is that I feel like it's usually a bad behavior to go the same unit type the enemy is doing, because you are just far behind on it. I really hate that you can't like pause for the cards. Is it bugged now? I can't move this. Nice. It's really slow. So here I remember I was afraid of this mass-produced Phoenix card a little bit. Like the underground threat is also really good for both of us. But for him the mass-produced Phoenix is pretty good. It's good against the balls and it's good to flank me this turn. But Sarah doesn't do aggressive stuffs usually. So I might be more concerned with it if it would be some other player. And we go for the underground threat. And I think I will deploy a fang here just in case to protect for the mass phoenix flank. And the underground threat apparently. And I'm still not taking range for the arclights because I want to see what his response is. Like, I feel that this turn is the turn he will commit to what he's doing. Like, I need the information. I don't want to waste the 300 yet. That's why I haven't gotten any single technology yet. I want to see. So he goes for missile device specialist and a hacker. And the hacker is quite good response. He doesn't have the high explosive ammo yet, so the crawlers are really good here. But after he gets the high explosive ammo, the crawlers die instantly, and the hacker will be very good against the arclights. So this is a situation where I don't want to continue with the arclights anymore. And what I'm thinking here is I wanna build boats. And then we see the cards. Like, we could go... Yeah, we picked the subsidized storm. We could go boats and speed spec here. It would be really good. Like, boats with high explosive ammo and ground cannon later to kill the hacker barriers would be really strong. But I feel like this play that I'm going to make is never gonna lose against this board that he has. And I have much more experience with the stormcallers than I have with like mass boat in this situation. Like, boats are especially good here because he needs to take the high explosive ammo to get rid of the crawlers. And yeah, he does it. So I think it's a bit of preference. The boats would be the standard choice here, but the storms are kind of like my specialty. If you have seen my past videos, you might know how this game's gonna end. And we are still winning here very goodly, but he's kind of stabilizing here. I chose to skip, apparently. I think I should have taken the tank production line, actually. Because at this point I know exactly what I'm doing. And for many of you viewers it might be a really weird choice. considering I've been pushing this pretty hard and we have a good advantage here and probably could push this to the end and it would be an easy win. But here I am transitioning into storms with incendiary. If you look at his board, the fire counters everything. So that's why I'm doing it. And we are deploying the backline storms. And if you don't know what's coming, it will make sense next round. The enemy crawler saving my stuff from fire. Well, not anymore. I think we lose this round to the hacker. We could go Giant Hunter, but it's so late in the game that we go the barrier. And Sarah has heavy mustangs to combat the fire a little bit, and top supply specialist. We start selling the balls and going into melting point. Because against the fire, only thing he can do is some kind of giant. So it's gonna be boats, ports, or war factory with missile interception, and that's why we go the melters. And it's gonna be a boat here. And the idea here is to just burn everything and then the melting points will connect to the big stuff. He also doesn't have mothership on his overlords. And I played with this strategy, like the storm, fire and melting point strategy against Sarah multiple times. Like at least 6 times or 5 or 6 times, and I don't think he knew what was happening here, because we transitioned to it quite strangely. And this is actually how many of my strategies start. Like when you see me play, I do maybe in your eyes some weird shenanigans, but the process is usually that I kind of force something like this, and then I learn in which situations they are really good, and then I learn to transition to the strategies in different scenarios of the game, and then I just pull some kind of strategy out. And this is I played this melting point storms so much that now I know, so I can do this. I'm just protecting these from a missile. And we get the crawler production and subterranean bliss on the crawlers. And just mass melting points. And we should win the ground war with the fire. And then the melters will win the late game. Or the late part of the round with the crawler summoning. Because the boats will be stuck on the crawlers. There it is, the war factory with the anti-missile. So let's see if it actually works. There's not fire yet. We are demolishing this side completely. A little bit of fire here, and then now it starts coming. So the late storms still work very good against the mobile factory. But it is definitely effective. But now you can see the power of the crawler summoning, like they are everywhere. Look at this. The swarm is coming. And we win the game. I didn't want to feature any more of this Melter Stormcaller strategy, but I thought that the start of this game and the transition into this was very interesting. So that's it. Thanks for watching.